Hello there. Anyone, if you're following at all my blog or you're checking my site, or you're following my work at all, you'll be very familiar with the fact that I'm really into learning watercolor. I'm really into textiles. Trying to develop whatever little artistic skill I have is a big part of my flourishing as I age. And this week, I was incredibly fortunate to be able to start a 6-week course on watercolor at the Rice Museum, the painting school associated with the Rice Museum. So you can imagine my excitement. It's a 3-hour class, Friday afternoon, and 15 people. It's in Dutch, which is a challenge for me, quite a big challenge, but I've made it work in other courses, so I'm going to try and make it work here too. But what I wasn't expecting, and what was a big surprise for me, was that there was no arrangements made for anyone with mobility issues. There's a nasty flight of steps up into the building, and once you get in the building, it's all on one floor, but you can't access the place where there's tea and coffee. And then the art room itself has all the desks set really low and stools to sit on. So within an hour and a half, I was in some considerable pain. And I hesitated about what to do, but eventually I had to speak to the art teacher, because I know that if I go 3 hours in a position like that, I'll suffer for it for quite some time afterwards. So it took her a while to get it, but she did make adjustments. She put me on a separate table, albeit in a corner by myself, and got me a chair. So it got me thinking about the courage it takes when you need to ask for arrangements for your own particular physical situation. And it's unusual in Amsterdam because there's a lot of awareness of the needs of people with mobility issues. I was going to say maybe a lot of people in the art school are younger, but actually there were a good third of the class were people over 55, over 60. I'm not sure what it is, but we need to find our courage and not just go along with putting ourselves in a situation that's going to give us problems. And another thing I noticed was that once people realized this was an issue for me, there were quite a lot of people who wanted to help. Somebody got me a cup of tea. Somebody else helped me down the steps when it was time to go home. There was a quiet kind of wish to help you out, not leave you on your own with it. So I'm sharing this story really just to bring home the fact that when the situation is not there that we need in order to manage, we need to ask for it, nicely, non-combatively, not complaining, but we need to ask. Otherwise, we're putting ourselves in a situation that's not good for us. Is anyone doing an art class anywhere? Anyone doing anything with textiles or art? Let me know. I'd love to hear. And for now, take care.